כל השנה הלכות בכל יום מובטח לו שהוא בן העולם הבא. Bezat Hashem, learning the two mitzvot guarantees you the place in the world to come. Everybody was so excited on Yom Tov, Yom Tov Shavuot, we do mitzvot, right? We do azarot over there, beautiful singing and everything. But let's do it lemaaseh throughout the whole day, throughout the whole year. Every day there's two mitzvot that have actually do hashpa'ah. They actually have influence on that day. So today's the two mitzvot are mitzvah number 421, putting on tefillin shel yad, putting on tefillin on your hand, and mitzvah number 422, putting tefillin on your head. So Hashem will be discussing now how to fulfill those two mitzvot. The mitzvot are sponsored לרפואה שלמה לכל חולי עמו ישראל, ובכללם ליאור בן אהובה, ליבי בת רחלי, יוסף בן מרים, משה בן מרים לידיה, חיה בת לאה, anybody else? רפואה שלמה? What's his name? Tzadik? What's Rabbi? Excuse me. What's רפואה שלמה? You over there? Who we have to do רפואה שלמה for you? No? That's not somebody. Okay, somebody told me. Okay, Nadav. Nadav, what's רפואה שלמה יולדת? ליאן שרה בת? קרן אדל. בוא שב כמה דקות, נו. בואי תגיד. בת, תינוקת בת, ליאן שרה. רפואה שלמה מרומזת. בוא, come, sit down. Anyway, only שמחות בזאת השם, יראו שמחות ישראל. 421. We have an obligation, as it says, לקשור תפילין על היד שנאמר, you have to tie the tefillin on your head, on your hand, as it says in chapter 6 דברים, פסוק 8, וקשרתם לעוד על ידיך. You must tie it as a sign on your hand. What does that mean? What sign? What are you putting on? What is going on here? ובא הפירוש על זה, and we explain on this pasuk, שלקשור על ידינו מדברי תורה 4 פרשיות. We were taught that there are 4 different parashiyot, and understand what Chachamim and Zal teach us. Parasha, there's 2 types of parashiyot in the Torah. There's technically there's 3, but let's say 2 that are mentioned in the Torah: parasha ptucha, parasha pstuma, open parasha, and revealed and secret parasha. It's secretive, but over here. And then we all know parasha as a parashat Shavua, right? Bereshit, Shmot, right? We have all this, all the parashiyot. We are not talking about parashat Shavua right now. We're going to be discussing now parashiyot in the Torah, as we outlined earlier in the morning. Earlier in the morning in Gemara, there are actually over 3,100 parashiyot in the entire Tanakh. Not like we are accustomed to think there's only 54, 55 parashiyot in the whole Chumash. It's not true. Chumash itself has close to 1,100 parashiyot. What is it? 400, or is it almost 400 parashot ptuchot, over 600 parashot stumot, the whole thing over there. Okay? And this is what we're talking about here. There are 4 parashiyot in the Torah that have to be written down in this tefillin, inside the tefillin. Vehen nikraot tefillin, and that will consider it to be tefillin. Kshen kshirot bertzuot, as they are tied up with the Ritzuah. Ritzuah is the black string over here. As we already have acceptance, we already have Baruch Hashem. This is from the beginning as we're wearing it. Right now we're going to enumerate all the parashiyot that we're talking about. So, which are Shtayim mehen basov seder ba bo el paro. The 2 of them are which one? In the parashat bo. Which what's talking about over there? It's talking about Kadesh Likol Bechor. Vehen, Parashat Kadesh Likol Bechor. Ad v'shamarta et chuka azot lemuada miyamim yemima. The 2 parashiyot that we're discussing. It says over there, Kadesh Likol Bechor. I sanctify for me every firstborn, right? The parasha where it's discussing in Parashat Bo, where it's talking about what? Where we are talking right there, what's that? It's at the end, he said? Is it in the end of Parashat Bo? Bo, Veira, no? Right? In the Chumash, you don't have the Chumash there.
No, but I have the Tefillah.
No, it tells you where it is, but no, I'm talking about in the Parashiyot. Okay, anyway. So it's from Kadesh Li until Yami Yamim Yemima. Okay. Shehi Parasha Achad Bechol Sefer Meduyak. והיה כי הביאך. So this is one, from Kadesh Li until בימים ימימה. And the second one is, והיה כי הביאך, as Hashem brings you עד סוף הסדר שגומר בחוזק יד הוציאנו Hashem ממצרים, פרשה שנייה. Okay? So until the end over there where it says that Hashem took us out with the mighty hand, that ends the second parasha. So this is two parashiyot we're discussing. So if you take a look at the Chumash, you will have over there either a pay or either the samach. From the beginning until the end, you'll see that there is those codes, the codes in the Torah. Sometimes you have a pay, sometimes you have a samach. Pay indicating open parasha, meaning revealed to you, and a samach will indicate to you, telling you that whatever you just read, it really doesn't mean that. It means something else, and it's not for you to learn, and you'll never know. Hashem has so many ways, Baruch Hashem. Again, this world is a very intricate world. It's beautiful.
Who wrote those marks?
Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu. Yeah. Moshe Rabbeinu wrote, and Hashem told him, there is no way. Right. Let's just say like this: when there is a parashat pay, you have 42 million explanations. You could read this parasha 42 million different ways. 42 million different ways.
Explanations.
Yeah, no, read it, and it means totally different concepts. One has nothing to do with the other. One explanation has zero to do with the next explanation. Okay, Satum. When it says a samach, Kabbalah, that's what we know the Kabbalah is today. That's part of the 42 million Pirushim. When there is a samach, there's infinite explanations, and you still didn't get to the end, to the real end. Still didn't get to the real end. You're going to say, oh, Rabbi, so if I'll never get to the end, why should I should do it? You know why you should do it? First learn the 42 million, then we'll talk to you. Go learn 42 million reasons why the Torah starts with the letter Bet. When you tell me the 42 million that you know by now, it'll take you probably 1 million years to learn 42 million different reasons. Just the letter Bet, the Torah starts. This is so why is that? We learned yesterday. This is called learning Torah Lishma. Hashem made it so impossible for the human being ever to understand. With all the respect to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and all the things, Baruch Hashem, there's so many revelations, so much Torah, so many Yisodot, so much Zohar, so much Kabbalah. It still is nothing to the truth of Hashem. Still nothing to the truth of Hashem. Why did Hashem do it? Simple.
So he's growing.
To tell you, you learn Torah not for your understanding. You're not supposed to learn Torah for your understanding. Do you know why I say Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz? Not because I understand it, and not because I want to understand it. I want to say Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. That's called Lishma, just because Hashem commanded me to say it. And that's a level to get to. It's not a disparaging. Not telling people, "Oh, I'll never understand Torah. Why should I learn?" No, you're not supposed to learn Torah to understand it. You're supposed to learn Torah. That's a totally different level. That's what we discussed yesterday. Learning Torah just for the sake to say it. Again, you have to understand what you're saying, obviously, or have some concept of what you're saying. But don't think this is it. Yeah.
No, but when you learn, you have to learn how to properly implement the halakha.
Again, now we're not talking about halakha now. Halakha is one thing. Halakha, you go and you have to know what to do.
Yeah.
You have to know what to do. Now, let me tell you, just because books say something, that's the halakha? No, it's not true. Just because Rav Ovadia, Baruch Hashem, not to disparage, Rav Ovadia wrote halakha. That's it? This is the halakha? No, you have to have a rabbi. You have to have a rabbi. He said yesterday. Pirkei Avot, again, you must to make yourself a rabbi. And what is that purpose? And it says over there. Rabbeinu Yonah. That's right. Rabbeinu Yonah explained to us. The rabbi is there to guide you. Why do I need a rabbi? I have Metifta, I have Yalkut Yosef, I have Shulchan Aruch. Why in the world do I need a rabbi? You think when they wrote this Mishnah, they didn't know that you're going to have all these books? Of course they knew that you're going to have all these books. So why do you need a rabbi? Even if you know as much as your rabbi, still you make yourself a rabbi and ask him a question before you do something. Why? And we explained yesterday, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to guide you to the rabbi. Hashem will guide us through the rabbi, what he wants us to do at the moment. Because that's what Jewish life is all about. Jewish life is all about temimut. What does temimut means? You go on the path of Torah, not because you feel like it, not because it's convenient for you, or because you're comfortable with it. You're going with the Torah because Hashem said so. Why am I putting tefillin shaliyat? Who knows? Yeah. Now, why specifically this parashiyot? Who knows? Then continues the rabbi says, in the end of Parashat V'etchanan, B'sefer Ele Advarim, it says over there, Parashat Shema Yisrael. Now also, so we said Kadesh Li, V'ayam Shamoa, right? V'aya ki v'yacha, sorry. So first parasha is Kadesh Li, second parasha V'aya ki v'yacha. Now we're learning third parasha, Shema Yisrael, and V'ahavta. That's the third parasha, until Ubish'arecha, right? Parashat Shlishit. Ubasov Seder, and then the last thing will be V'haya Ekef. Then the last one will be V'haya Ekef, V'haya. Okay? Ekef Parashat V'haya Im Shama, and then in the end of V'haya Ekef, right? In the Parashat Ekef, Parashat V'haya Im Shamoa Tishmeu. The last of the Kriyat Shema, our Kriyat Shema that we have today is actually split in two different locations, right? Three different locations, sorry. The Torah, the Shema that we have today, V'ahavta, V'ayam Shamoa, and Vayomer Hashem Moshe, the Bel Bnei Israel, right? The Tzit Parasha, all of them are written in different places. They're not on one, like we know, like we read in Shacharit, like on Shacharit and at night. They're actually spread around the whole Torah, like different locations. So he's telling you, you have Kadesh Li, then you have Kadesh Li and V'haya ki v'yacha. It's actually they're next to each other in the Torah. So that's one parasha. He tells you Parashat Shavua, which was Parashat Bo, in the end of it. Very nice. Then he tells you, you go to Parashat Vayihi Ekev Ishmu, right? Parashat Ekev over there will outline the Shema Yisrael when they have together over there, and then in the next one, Parashat Revi'it. Arba parashiyot elu kotvin beklaf echad, and then the last one is V'ayim Shamoa, as we say in Kriyat Shema, that when you will listen to Hashem, those four parashiyot are written in klaf, on one klaf, right? In that order, as the Torah outlined it, right? According to the Torah order, you have Shmot, and then you have Bamidbar, right? Like we have right now. So according to that order, you write in the klaf all four parashiyot, and the golalo can mean Sefer Torah besofo litchilato. So the same thing. You roll it up like you do the Sefer Torah and mezuzah. How do you roll the mezuzah? You don't roll mezuzah from Shema, from this side. You roll it from the backwards, and then when you start opening it, you're opening it actually from right to left. So same thing with the tefillin. You roll backwards, from back towards the front. And this way, when you open the parashiyot, you will read them as they are written. Okay, very nice. Rashad read Arba parashiyot elu. Okay. Umanicho bebayit shel or, and then what you do is the tefillin has to be made out of leather, the skin of a cow. The skin of a cow is very thick, right? So the cow hide, right? It's not the outer, not an outer layer. The inside, whatever it is, that is very thick, and they make it makes a beautiful box like we have. And then once you tie them together, you put in the ritzuot. The ritzuot also, this is also cow's leather. The kosher oto haor she'aparashiyot betocho al azro small. Oh, so the rabbi says obviously most people are righties, so you tie it on your left hand. So as we know, the halacha is you're supposed to. So here's my palm, right? My palm, and this is my center of my hand, right? So this is the center of my hand. It's not supposed to be sitting on the center. It's actually tilted 30 degrees towards your body, right? So there you have the batim. So why is that important? Because when I put my hand down, usually that's how I sit. I put my left hand, let's say on my stomach, put it on the table, whatever it is, wherever I put my hand, or I use it when you move the siddur, the tefillin, the batim are always touching, are facing my heart. As it says over there in the Torah, that it has to be opposite the heart. Meshushem mitzvah, the purpose of this mitzvah, לפי שהאדם בהיותו בעל חומר יימשך אחר התאווה, כי כן טבע החומר לבקש כל הנאות עליו והערב כסוס כפרד אין אביד. The person says like this: the normal humanity is always running after mundane things, after physical aspects of this world. Always. Person wants to have physical pleasure, so he runs after that. אם לא נחפש שהנפש שכננו האל תמונענו לפי, so that if the heart does not, or his soul, that will not prevent him from just running and gaining his physical pleasures all day, he will never stop. And he will never stop from doing averot. You hear? The person will be, because he's always busy with his body. So what is that important? The Rabbi says, ומאשר תשכון בגבולו שהיא הארץ, ורחוקה מאוד בגבולה שהיא השמיים, לא תוכל לו ויגבר כוחו עליה תמיד. The body will always supersede the physical. The body will overpower the spiritual, right? And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Berachamav, His great mercy, told us, make your body do something that has zero understanding to you, that is taking you out of the realm of just physical attributes, physical thoughts or physical pleasures. Putting on tefillin, many times you put on tefillin so tight sometimes, right? The skin gets closed up, the heart, the blood is a little bit flowed, the fingers turn a little bit blue sometimes, right? What is all that for? Why are you doing all that? Obviously, you have to be careful not to make it stop the blood flow, but still, we are taking you out of the physical pleasures all day, because that's what you want to do. The whole day you want to have, enjoyment, unfortunately. We take you, come in the morning to the Midrash, put on tefillin, Yana take you out from the world of physical pleasure only, and put on the Kedusha on you to make you go into the spirituality a little bit. So we could understand all that, Bezat Hashem. And again, we already explained that are people who don't fulfill this mitzvah, they could do it. Anyone who could do that, who goes ahead, he could put on tefillin. He has all the hands and he's healthy, and he has, Baruch Hashem, nothing else. He's not in jail or something. We know in jail is a problem putting on tefillin, or whatever it is in danger where he can't. A person regular, Baruch Hashem, he could go to work and everything normal. He could put on tefillin, but he's not. Shel bitel shmona aseh. A person breaks 8 commandments of the king. 8 commandments, and we already explained yesterday in the morning that breaking commandments of the king are actually worse than breaking a sin of the king. The sins, the king says, don't commit murder. Okay, the guy committed murder, he will get punished for it. It's not a small thing. Or the king says, don't mechaler Shabbat, don't light fire on Shabbat. Okay, he light fire. Okay, it's one thing. But this was the king commanded you, don't do something, and you went ahead and did it. But here the king is telling you, go and do something. Go and fulfill Act A, or B, or C. Meaning the king wants it. He wants it. It's good for him. He desires it. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a plan. He has a reason why I must put on tefillin. Why I was born. Why am I a boy, Bichlal? Why Hashem decided me a boy? Why am I not a girl? Why wasn't I born a girl? No, Hashem decided for me to be a boy. There is a reason why I have to be. Now, what is the mitzvah of a boy? To put on tefillin. You know, this mitzvah is only for the man. Right? I know that some people will say the woman used to put on, so whatever it is. No, put that aside for now. It's for men only. שהרי בארבע פרשיות ציווה כתוב על תפילין של יד ושל ראש. So now, how is it 8 mitzvot? Because it says, it enumerates twice, in each parasha, it enumerates twice. So it's 4 parashiyot times 2 each. It says tefillin. In the Lashon Rabim over there, whatever they're doing now, it's 8 mitzvot. Mitzvah number 422. להניח תפילין של ראש. We're obligated to put on tefillin on our heads. As it says, chapter 6 of Devarim, pasuk 8. והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך. You must have the tefillin assigned between your eyes. So I don't understand why it's not here. Why it's not right between the eyes. The Torah says what? Bin enecha. Once I will see. Let's not, what's his name? Let's not get jumped there. Just a question. Question is, the tefillin shel rosh, it says in the Torah, it has to be between your eyes. So why is it all the way there? Okay, we'll see. Let's see. That's why you're all here. Baruch Hashem. הנה כתבתי במצוות הקודמת, מהו עניין התפילין? שהוא 4 פרשיות. Okay, we already explained to you all the 4 פרשיות. That is the same way. You have the same 4 פרשיות. Now starts a big problem. Now actually, machlokot, 23 different ways. Here, Rafael, 23 different ways. If a person wants to fulfill the mitzvah tefillin, if he's so makpid, he has to own 23 different pairs of tefillin, and each one inside has the whole machloket. Now, what's the machloket? Look at this. You see these 4 things over here? They're 4 boxes. Unlike tefillin shel yad is 1 box, and you roll up all 4 parashiyot in one. So he's going to discuss, you have like this. In each box contains its own parasha. Parashat Kadosh Li, okay? Parasha Ve'aya Ki Viyacha. Parasha Shema Ve'aya Im Shamoa. So now we have all 4 parashiyot here. The question is now, which one comes first, which one comes last? What is first? Is it this side the first? Or it's the other side the first? There's so many different ways to learn it. That's why we have Rashi, Rabbeinu Tam. So many there's that we know. Those are 2 famous ones. There's 23 different shitot. You open up over there, mamash. Everyone has now. Okay. העניין ב4 פרשיות. אלו יותר מבשאר פרשיות, שתורה לפי שיש באלו קבלת מלכות שמיים. Now, the rabbi wants to point out a very important thing. Why this 4 parashiyot specifically? Out of the entire Torah, you have 3,100 parashiyot in the whole Tanakh. These 4 are the most ones that discuss and more elaborate that a person has to accept the kingdom of the Hashem over him. That's what he says. The Achdut Hashem. And Hashem's, as we learn the mitzvah number what? We said the other day, 217 is what? Hashem is the 1. And 218, that was right on Friday before, on Shavuot. What was the 2 mitzvot? 217 says, Achdut Hashem, Hashem is 1. And 218 says, to love Hashem. Which is our parasha, right? Shema Yisrael, Hashem again, Hashem Echad, that's mitzvah number 217. 417. 418 was, Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, loving Hashem. This is exactly what we do here. Huh? This is what, that's Parashat Vayetchanan, but I'm saying, this is the mitzvot that they had those days. Just telling you that, so these 4 parashiyot have this outline that Hashem is 1 and you have to love Him and the whole thing, and how we have to take on ourselves the yoke. Because again, we are all about physical. Our body loves physical. What do you want to do? We love to eat nicely, and we like to sleep nicely, and we like to do other pleasures, right? Going to swimming, whatever it is. Everything is physical. Now we're taking you out of your comfortable zone, bring to the Midrash, and to understand that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is here, and for you to cling to Hashem. Why? You don't have to understand nothing. You don't have to know nothing. Just do it. That's called Tmimut. This is told a person who's doing what Hashem has commanded him. So now the rabbi is going to discuss over there all different types of patterns. Now, let's see. So again, it's the same thing to engrave in our hearts the importance of this life. Even though we're all about physicality, Raphael, right? We're all about physicality, but the importance is for us to cling to become holy. This is the whole point of us waking up early in the morning, coming to the Midrash as much as early as possible. Over here, Baruch Hashem, we have tzaddikim already 5 o'clock, banging on my head. Why are you not here on time? Like a few minutes late. Baruch Hashem, I like it. That's the point. It's supposed to be like this. 5 o'clock sharp. Now, the Rebbe cannot come 5:01. The Rebbe actually, if the shur is at 5 o'clock, somebody who's learning? 4:45. Yeah. I'll be here 4:45, right? I wake up 4:15 until I turn from the left side to the right side. It's already 4:20. Shem Rachim Alay. Baruch Hashem, I came today a little bit earlier than usual, but I have to. So now that Rab Chaim is back, we have to be on time. No questions asked. No. If you guys want to be part of the Siyum, we want to finish the Gemara because we're going to start. I think in 2 weeks we're going to start the next Gemara already. We'll get there. I'll let you know. Right now, we have to finish this one first.
You better do it fast.
No.
Before I leave.
What do you? Oh no, Shem Rachim Aleinu. Okay, so again, the same thing. Not putting out tefillin is a grave sin. It's Hashem's command, and you're not fulfilling it. Chas v'shalom. It's a very, very not happy outcome. But again, I don't like to talk about not happy outcomes. But you have to know, from not happy outcome, you know the reward. The not putting on tefillin. We said earlier. And it says in the Gemara, I believe in Yud Aleph or Yud Dalet in Rosh Hashanah, outlines a person who doesn't put on tefillin, clearly what happens to him. What happens to him, it says there, out of this world. He goes through Gehinnom for 12 years, 12 months. We always understood that going to Gehinnom, it's very nice. He goes through Gehinnom, it's a laundry machine. He gets cleaned up, and then he goes to Gan Eden, right? But this person who does not put on not Tefillin Yad and not Tefillin Shel Rosh has to be not either one of them. If he puts one of them, it's already a different discussion. If he goes and he doesn't put on any of them ever, and he doesn't, I don't want to put it on, like I don't want to fulfill Hashem's command. This person, they keep him in Gehinnom for 12 months. They're keeping him, meaning they fry him and they cleanse him and cleanse him and cleanse him. Still not enough. After 12 months, his soul dissipates. So why do you torture the guy for 12 months? Doesn't matter. This is what it is. Hashem commanded. That's what happens. So from that you could see, from the punishment itself, we don't understand the mitzvot of rewards. We don't know what putting on tefillin means. But you can understand from the punishment, as the Gemara describes, the punishment of not putting on tefillin, you could understand the great reward. And beyond measure, the reward for a person who puts on daily tefillin. What do you want to say?
No, that's for someone that's never put on the tefillin.
No, not never. He doesn't want to put it on. We're not talking about a person who grew up in Russia, never knew about it. Or Saudi Arabia, or whatever it is. We're not talking about those people. No. We're talking about people who grew up in Griffin Road, in Maple Ridge, and the guy says, I'm not putting out tefillin. You know why? Because those rabbis, they're all about money, and they're all about this, and they're all about that, and they're all about fakers, and this, and that, and this, and that. He found all a million reasons, excuses, not put on tefillin. Shem Rachem Alav, and we should daven that he should come back and become a normal person. That's the charaba. Now,